Parkour is about always pushing to your limits, going as far as you think you can and showing no fear. It's something I always sort of did without realising it. I used to climb a lot, I used to climb walls and roofs, do all sorts of stuff. And then I saw a documentary called Jump London. I saw that on telly and I looked at it and I sort of thought, wow, this is a sport? Cool. So I decided, after that, I just decided to go out and start, instead of just doing it for fun, I decided to go out and actually start practicing to do like specific moves and learning specific things. Spent a lot of time practicing on my own, just in the street, because it's good to have someone to practice with, but where I lived, there wasn't really anyone else around there that did it, so I was just me on my own in the street most of the time, climbing walls and practicing vaults and stuff. I went to jail for 6 months. I got arrested for assault. I thought it was kind of unfair, but you know, what's done is done. But that was one of the things that really like drove me crazy about being locked up, was just like sitting in a cell for like 8-9 hours a day, just like this, because I had so much energy. So I ended up like practicing kickboxing, and I learnt to walk on my hands in prison because I got bored and started practicing handstands in my cell. And then like when I was out at work and stuff, I started practicing there, and that, I think it's probably one of the reasons I got left alone by most people, because they all thought it was a bit mental. And as soon as I got out, I was just like, right, I want to go start doing parkour again, start practicing again, because I hadn't really practiced a lot. So in like 6 months, and my skills were a bit down. And I just like, as soon as I was free, it was like, oh, I've got all this freedom. I'm gonna go and couldn't go and do it again, don't climb stuff, and I was quite happy to be free. I'm just gonna run up to this bar, jump up, grab it like that, and swing my foot legs through the middle, slide down, up, and then run off. Don't really get in trouble too much. The occasional police officer asking you what the hell you think you're doing, you know, sort of thing. But no, yeah, I mean, generally I quite like Milton Keynes. It's got a nice aesthetic. I mean, skateboarders for years have been loving Milton Keynes for all the marble. Same thing here. The marble works brilliantly for parkour. Lots of nice little gaps. It's good to run along as long as it's not wet. Wet marble is suicide. I've been lucky, I haven't really made that many mistakes so far. I mean, dislocated my ankle once, done my wrist in a couple of times, but nothing serious. I've never torn ligaments or anything. Then again, I did once, I jumped from the top of about 70-foot high apartment building to the roof of another apartment building, just on the spur of the moment, and my girlfriend was very, very angry. It was one of those get down here now moments. Movement, flight, happiness, freedom. I know what words a lot of people associate with parkour when they look at it. Crazy. Parkour just makes me feel free. May not everybody, but it does to me.